So I like to do a lot of the traditional stuff. I've got your stand-ups, your static displays, the garland on the porch is pre-lit garland. Icicles are your traditional icicles. Well, they're LEDs, but they're cool blue LEDs. LEDs, sorry. Radio sign. The candy canes I did my first year. These candy canes bordered in the yard. If they come back on. There we go. I did those, and those seemed to be the biggest hit. So I wanted to incorporate them somehow, so I put them on. They're all connected on the one channel. So they all come on and go off at the same time. But next year I'm probably going to separate them out to somewhere between 4 and 8 channels, so that they can get a chase around the yard with them. And back here in the back corner, there's no candles or no candy canes back there, so I'm going to add those back there. Mega tree is the only thing in the yard that looks out of place during the day. I want to try to do something to cover that up with garland or a real tree or something to make it look natural, more natural for next year. The icicles, I spent the better part of 3 days going through each and every string and fixing all the sections that weren't coming on, replacing bulbs. My fingers were numb for a week after that, but of course, the day I put them up and plugged them in, the section started going out again. So I said, screw it, it's up. They're gonna last this season. It's probably next year I'll probably end up replacing them with RGBs. The singing trees, these are actually artificial trees that look natural during the day. Animated lighting had some orbs, RGB orbs that I wanted to get, but they were sold out, and I needed a replacement to put on there. So I ordered some nodes that had C9 diffusers on them, so they look as big as a C9, but I think they did pretty well. In hindsight, I think the orbs would have been too big and would have overpowered the trees. Some other Tune 2 sign. The star on top of the mega tree was a big pain in the butt. Turns out when I put that together, I ended up hooking up the very last string in the wrong direction. So I plugged it into the end of the string instead of the beginning. and that gave me problems. It gave me a fit. And of course, I didn't realize that until after I had the entire tree up and tried to get everything to work, and that's when I realized it was screwed up. And as you can see, I got everything up and running, but I was in a bit of a hurry. Like I said, today's December 20th. I ordered my stuff, my equipment, my controllers, Mega Tree, and everything. I placed my first order on November 9th, thinking I'd have plenty of time to figure out how to hook it up, learn LOR, get the sequencing down. I thought I could just plug a sequence in and be done with it, but nope. It was a very steep learning curve because I knew nothing about LOR, so I had to learn that. I knew nothing about DMX, so I had to learn that. Learn nothing about how to network these controllers and how to get them all to work together, so I had to figure that out. And of course, I have S5 for a sequencer. It's relatively new from LOR, so I had to figure out how to do that. And since it is new, there's not much on the interwebs for as far as tutorials go, so I had to figure that out. So overall, it's all up and running within 5 weeks, and it's definitely doable, but it was a challenge. As you can see, I haven't worked on I definitely got to work with some intensities. That Mega Tree pretty much lights up the entire neighborhood. So I need to work on intensities. Like I said, I just threw a sequence in just to get up and running. So of course the chases aren't complete. Or out of order, so I need to work on sequencing. I know that. And these tune to signs, those were another challenge. The radio signs. Each one of those signs, I got 2 of them, one on each side, and they take a lot of bulbs. And I had a whole ton of leftover incandescents from last year that I just plugged into them. And the idea was to make a filler sequence or a background sequence just to run during the show, to where one sign will fade out while the other one fades up. Then they'll both flash a little bit and switch. One will fade down, the other one will fade up. But since there's so many bulbs in each sign, and there's such a long power or extension cord from the sign to the controller, it wasn't working right. The signs are real bright, so I try to keep them between 25 and 75% on the fades, but they only do was flicker. So the only way they'll shine, the only way they'll show is if I leave them on 100%. So I just left them in the sequence. And like I was saying about keeping things natural, these are the singing faces from Holiday Coro. I'm sorry. These are from Lightorama. And of course they come on this, what was it, 2x4 foot black sheet of coral, or plastic. And I knew if I just threw that on the tree, it was going to cover up a lot of the tree. So it looked like I had this big black panel. During the day, it would look like this big black panel just stuck on the tree. So I trimmed the edges of the black plastic around the faces, so it wouldn't cover up so much of the tree. Next year, I will probably mount them in a different way, maybe on a wire frame, so you can see all the way through them. And I know with the mega tree, right now I've got just a simple program on there just to get it up and running. So I know I got to change that up. But I've just got this one thing playing through the entire song. And I need to change that. Gotta go play with the auto sequencer.